Hi everybody, it's Kirsten Rossiter here from kirstenrossiter.com. For those who don't know me, I keep a prophetic blog and I write about Africa and the nations and what God is doing on the earth, specifically with the church and through the church. So I just want to do this little video to just encourage you right now. So it is April, actually no, it's not April, sorry, it's May 2024. Time is flying. So God has been saying the different things, like for this Passover time, a Passover period of time in 2024 is quite significant. March was a month of change. Obviously, I'm saying months as we know them, but it's more seasonal, so there's crossovers as well. April was the month of manifestation, and May is the month, I really believe, the month of miracles. It is the month of miracles, and God said to me the other night, rapid racing. He said to me it's the month of rapid racing. And he showed me a picture of a mountain. I've been seeing a lot of mountains. And I saw a mountain, and I saw us being at the top of the mountain, and I saw the zigzag road of, like, basically, if you look at a mountain and there's a road, the road kind of zigzags up the mountain and down the mountain. And I saw the Lord give us skateboards. And he's saying he's giving us unusual means to descend the mountain. And so I actually see two things. I see us going up and down the mountain, and I also see us going across different mountains. Up and down the mountain means that, so this is it. Very, very important to understand. When we've been on a journey going up the mountain, that journey has required us to walk, and it's been laborsome. It's been a very, very long journey, and it's been a journey of endurance. God is saying that the journey is different. It has changed completely. So for those of us, the remnant, who have walked up the mountain over a very long period, very, very long, very tiring, just very toilsome, very laborsome, it's like a fire. We've been in the furnace of the fire for a very, very long time. But it's been a race of endurance, and it's not for everybody. Not everybody will walk that level of race of endurance. But for those of us who have walked it and have come to the top of the mountain, we have come to the place of accomplishment. God is saying it is done. It is finished. He is saying what I've prepared you for in the last decade, at least a decade, it is finished. It is complete. And I hear God say, good and faithful servant, my good and faithful servant, I'm well pleased with you. This is a time of rest and recovery, but God is saying, get ready for the ride of your life, because you've come to the top and there's this little bit of a time of a rest where God is wanting to restore us. But what is lying ahead is a lot of adventure. And I hear the word unusual means, and he's saying, I'm going to give you unusual means from now on. The race that you've had up was endurance, but the one going down, let me just see, because I wrote it in my book here. The one going down is not endurance. It's called courage. That's it. God is saying you needed endurance for the race up, or for the climb up. But for the way down, you need courage and you need faith. And God is saying, I'm going to give you unusual means to come down the mountain very fast. And then I see a lift. I see a lift like you get the ski lifts, to go back up the mountain. I see God is saying there's a lift that we will get on to get back up, and we'll take people with us. So it's like the ascending and descending of the ladder, like Jacob's ladder. God is saying that the top of the mountain is the place of encounter, and the valley place is the place of assignment. He has taken his remnant into a fiery furnace where he's taught us how to endure and how to trust him, how to hear his voice, how to be very dependent on his spirit, because he has been waiting for a people who say, here I am, Lord, send me. And that we have gone through a very big season of preparation. But God is saying that we are not in that place of preparation anymore. We're in the place of assignment. But this assignment will be accomplished quickly. I hear God say this is the time where things will happen supernaturally. Like he said through many prophets, it's a time of supernatural speed. It's a time of acceleration. And what he is calling us to do is to look at what he's trying to show us. He's giving us unusual means of operations. He's giving us new alignments, new people, new connections. I see God doing things in a very unusual way. And I feel I want to speak this specifically over Africa today. God has to break down the old in order to build the new. He is saying to Africa, there's hope over this nation and there's hope over this continent. because out of the calamity will come your provision. Out of the calamity will come the new. Out of the calamity will come the new ways of innovation. It is a time of innovation. It is the hour of coming up with the unusual, the skateboard down the mountain, and it's speed skating. I have a daughter who's a speed skater, and I've seen how she does it, and I want to tell you how this looks. It's dynamic. The ride down the mountain on the speed skateboard, it is dynamic. You do not plan every little bit. You take the skateboard, what you need is courage and faith. And when you get to that bend, you take it. You take it in the way that the bend is flowing before you. You need to move in a very dynamic way. So I really feel like God is saying the strategy for the church is a very strategic time we're in right now. The strategic element is be dynamic. Hear the voice of God. That's what we learned up the mountain. Lord, what are you saying? What are you doing? And we've learned that God is faithful. Does he not provide? Does he not provide my needs at every turn? He's saying to us, I'm the same God as I was then, as I'm the same God today, and I'm the same God tomorrow. Will I not make a way? And God is saying, this is the hour where he is birthing nations in a day like he's promised. But he's also saying to us, he is birthing businesses in a day. He is birthing ministries in a day. He's birthing organizations in a day, because the day has got to do with the dynamic of God giving us the unusual means at the Kairos moment. The moment where he says, this is my open heaven over you. This is my divine strategy. This is my unusual means. Listen, watch and listen, hear and obey. But be open, put that new mindset on. I feel especially for new leaders. You know, there's new wineskin leaders for this era. The ones who have been trained are the ones who will lead. God is saying, this is the hour to pioneer. Why do you pioneer? Why is my voice saying pioneer, pioneer, pioneer? Because you cannot build in the old system. There's no room in the old system. The old system will reject you. God is saying this is the hour to put that plow down. And I hear this quite clearly. The pioneers will plow the first stretch to open up the way for the rest. This is not a laborsome season ahead for us. It feels like it is, but it's not. The only labor that will come into being right now is the one that has to plow open the way. As you put that plow in the ground, God is saying, I'm going to cause the rocks to move. But once the way is made open, God is saying you will run with others, you will build with others. If you use that strategic download to build, you will build new. You will build across the board, you will build in a network. You will build at a very micro level, but together, simultaneously, it will have an effect at a macro level. God is saying, I'm building the nations afresh, and I'm building them quickly. This is the hour for the pioneers and the bride of Christ to speak forth the solutions and to understand that it is a time to own. This is the time to own. We are called to own things. We are called to start things. We are called to lead things. We're called to oversee things. It's a very exciting time, and I want to speak hope and courage to you today. Do not be discouraged by the old breaking. Do not be discouraged by the spirit of intimidation. The enemy is wanting to intimidate the bride of Christ right now. He's trying to intimidate the nations and the people. The Lord is saying, hear my voice, and know that this is the hour where courage is needed. When Joshua took the land, courage. What was the word that was spoken over him? Joshua, do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Be not dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. God is saying, take hold of courage. Open your ears. This is a very exciting time. It is a time of adventure, new innovations, new things. And God is saying, where the enemy is saying, man, this is your worst time. And for the nations, this is the time of hardship. The Lord is saying, no, this is not the time of hardship. I'm going to change this thing. And I see a picture of God saying, his hand is against the enemy. I see his hand stretched out against the enemy. And he is saying, I am putting my hand against the enemy and I'm adding weight against him. But my hand is stretched out to the righteous because I am uplifting my people in this hour. I'm adding my weight to my people and I'm pushing against the enemy. This is the hour of favor and blessing. And I just speak the Lord's blessing over your life. Be encouraged. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.